Hello and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3, playing as France starting 1890. It's now 1898, September, and we just concluded a war with Germany, and we won, and we seized Norway because that was our war goal, and also got a few 4 points of war reparations. So that concludes our second successful 1890s war, and there is no time for a third. So yeah, but it's been an interesting 8 9 years, I would say. So let's jump back into it. Here we are. The big difference is that Norway belongs to us now, and I will immediately fortify it. And I will go as far as to build two of these 4-inch batteries and later a 6-inch battery. I could build three 4-inch batteries, but for, I don't know, role-playing reasons or whatever, we now need to consolidate our forces. Let's look at our ships type. Most of these should be mothballed. Yes, these Republic battleships, they are not entirely horrific, so we could keep those on reserve, or we can just mothball them. Now they actually have belt extended and upper belt and deck extended. I think that's the best pre-dreadnought I have seen as a starting ship, like ever. Okay, let's start by. We can do this instead. You could hit all reserve instead. It will reserve the actives, not the ones that are already mothballed. So that saves us a little bit of time. So these 6 legacy cruisers, they are too good to scrap, so they will be mothballed. Our whoa, very high tension with Great Britain still. What a why? And we have to keep in mind that we have Norway still. So we might have to actually keep a handful of ships online. So yeah, let's keep these 4 crews. Oh, that hurts my soul. But yeah, I think we should do that. It feels right from a role-playing perspective as well. Tensions are this high with Great Britain, and we just concluded a war in North Sea that ended with us seizing control of Norway, definitely. Yeah. So, this one needs to go mothball. These should all be back on foreign station. Do I need to keep some of my light cruisers active as well? No, that's too much. It would cost too much. Oh, but they are elite around the. Let me see how much this costs us when the dust has settled, so to speak. Reserve. All of these should be no placement. These should be back on foreign station. They have been on trade protection, some of them. So there you go. And we can now take a quick look at. Okay, we have 2 ships repairing, so that's costing us a little bit. Division editor. Should probably reorganize our battleships and all our ships actually. Bucks, bucks. Uh-huh. could organize them into two. Okay, I can look a little bit at, but we have to reorganize. We have to sort out the new from the old. Can't afford to start any new build right now, but we could soon. Yeah, you probably heard my dog barking in the background there, so I had to attend something. Yeah, I took the opportunity to reorganize my fleet. I made some, well, they are empty for now, but I hope to fill them with ships in the future. And I've actually integrated these almost decent 3 dreadnoughts from my initial lineup, at least for the time being, and then I have sort of put all my super slow ships in what I've called battle reserve. So yeah, we'll see how things work out. I've done something similar with cruisers, but I have already 3 batches of decent cruisers. And I have put these into cruiser reserve. So I have, remember I scrapped one that was building when we started, and I've lost 2 in battle. Then we have my light cruisers, 2 batches of light cruisers at 8,000 tons. And I have put my legacy light cruisers, the combat-worthy ones, into 2 groups here. And I have put my sort of colonial cruisers into groups here. That one includes that unfortunate cruiser that only had speed 20. And you can see I have changed the status. Most things are mothball or reserve, but I have retained 1 cruiser and 1 light cruiser division as active for the time being. And that actually gives us a negative experience, so to speak. I'm building some fortifications in Norway, so that's 400, but yeah. But these 2 will complete, so I think it will work out. The budget is much reduced. It's only 20,500 now, so significant difference from wartime. But for once, you can see that Britain has also greatly reduced its purchasing power. They are only 100,000 above us. And everyone else, including the US and Germany, are comfortably behind. You can see that we have, well, the 2nd largest fleet in the world, together with Russia. I would say we have more purchasing power than they do. So, good stuff, all things considering. I have also considered sort of giving these guys and my combat light cruisers some light upgrades. I don't want to go full retard mode and sort of completely redesign them. I mean, I could bulge them. That is not expensive for some reason. It only takes some months to sort of put on the bulges. It will provide good protection against enemy torpedoes, and I could definitely do something interesting with the guns. However, this will reduce speed to effectively 18, and these are old ships, so they will then start losing forward momentum, bringing them down to 17 and eventually 16. So then I would be stuck with a 16 knot cruiser. That's not really going to catch anything. But we have seen that my battleships actually can make it into battle under those circumstances. So it's kind of an option. I could also just not bulge, but then I would have to be a bit smarter with my guns. I could do that, or I could do this and sort of delete these side turrets. Now it's a light cruiser. Funny. So we have some options, and all same with these guys. We could of course bulge them, but we could also get rid of all these turrets and just toss in a bunch of 5-inch guns and 4-inch guns. We could have quite a few. Well, not that many, but we could have a few. So again, we have some options. Or we could make those 3-inch guns. Yeah, we have 3-inch quality 1, so we could have quite a few. It could be relevant against destroyers. Again, we could bulge, but then speed is reduced by 2, down to 19, 18, 17, and that's a big difference. These guys are going 22 right now, starting to fall to 21, so yeah. And you know, they likes to run away. I'm not going to rebuild anything just yet, so more of a concept thing. But I think we can push forward a few turns. Save a turn. Oh, this is an important development. Now we can actually start building battleships with proper guns. Although, first we must actually develop the guns. So hopefully we will not only get -1 guns, but we will eventually get the good 12-inch zero guns. You can see here in research guns. I mean, we still have the ability to research better guns, but we don't have better guns. So, important distinction. Very high. We could probably reduce our espionage, but nah, let's keep it as is. As is. Tension between Spain and Germany decreased. Tension between Germany and Spain decreased. Wow. November. Who doesn't have a commander? Anyone important? An old light cruiser, so I don't care. Counter-flooding valves, sure. Number and pushing forward. Japan. Yeah, why not? Should we take the opportunity? Costs money. And maybe, I don't want to lose prestige. Okay, yeah. Good Chinese. 3-drum boiler. Counter-flooding valves. Tension. I don't think that affected tension much. Oh, maybe Russia. Okay, so that concludes 1898, and we are in 1899, the last year before the new century. Yeah, tension with Great Britain has come down a bit, so I'm considering putting these guys on reserve. That would save me. Why is the Gloire on active? That's incorrect. Ah, it was repairing. Right. Let's see. Save us 800-ish. Yeah, let's give it 1 or 2 additional turns, see if the situation changes in any way. Who doesn't have a commander? This guy, the cruiser reserve. We have enough commanders now, many of them with skills that we can sort of pick whomever we want. And for this sort of assignment, we want to put a below average because that gets him out of the way. Should we build up docks? I'm starting to think yes, we skipped one. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Now we are further into the red. I need more money. Southeast Asia. Oh, the North Europe one is actually brilliant. Wow, that's something. Yeah, that's average. Hmm. Hmm. Should I just reserve them immediately? Just do that. Finances are sucking bad, so range tables. Coastal batteries. Korb, something something. Thüringen. Yeah, more of the same. Important. Ouch. Sign commander. Above average. Yeah. This one needs a captain. It's poor ship handler, sure. This I don't really care about. Just randomly assign one. That's my plan. Soon I will then have 2 decently powerful full battle squadrons that could serve as sort of the nucleus. Yeah, we have positive numbers. I looked at cruiser, but there is nothing to be gained here by updating it. So we will just build another cruiser. Yeah. Incompetent guy, then he won't do any damage elsewhere. will never operate as a division, so that's fine. Not important. We are slightly in the red, but we can deal with that. Whatever, it's a free prestige. I have no idea what his quality is anyway, which makes many of these officer events kind of pointless. Because I don't know. He's unknown and the other guy is unknown, so I don't care. So now he needs a new captain. Okay, so April, just push forward. Or what? Even more? Okay, yeah. I'm not sure why I'm doing this manually, but below average music lover loose cannon. Yeah, goodbye. I hate music, guys. A very musical person myself. Maybe that's the reason. Below average, brilliant. Oh, good administrator. That's pretty useful. Yeah, definitely put him on a cruiser. Marengo. Fire control. Range tables. I'm not sure how unexpected that was. They told us they were close to a breakthrough, and suddenly it's yeah. And we can add the Marengo to this second division. Make it the flagship. You can just assign a new commander. Doesn't need to be the best one in the world, but light cruiser reserve. Yeah. We do it like this. Below average aggressive, he can run the reserve cruiser squadron. Well, maybe it's excessive to say that they will never see combat, but they will do so anytime soon. I do have a bit of money. Yeah, let's Napoleon. Yeah, sure. Just hope our budget improves. Serve that one. Yeah, it's looking okay. Ah, crop armor. That's important. I'm almost tempted to scrap this one because but I think I'll just leave it. A batch of 4, so one of them has crop armor or not, it's not going to make or break the game. So, but every ship design will need to be updated to account for crop armor. Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna back him unconditionally. Because we really need it. This we can't have our budget falling back to 1890 level basically. Yeah. We need to stay competitive. Oh, look, Great Britain has managed to increase again. Commanding officer. Above average. Sure. Italy and Spain. Wow, interesting. Roma. Yeah, but whatever. Tension with Great Britain increases as our wealth and power makes them resent us. Okay. We also have Norway, so yeah, that can also make them upset. Gloire. We have anyone else? Average? Sure, it's fine. Trade mission, important research. Yeah, we just saw that. Tell us the rights. Yeah, always buy tech when you can. Of course. I don't think I can have this on low anymore because now we are getting close to where we can get an improved fire control thingy. 5 high, but only 4 low. Yeah, we can drop this one to low for the time being. One more fortification. And a new year. New docks completed. Hydraulic riveting. Even better torpedoes. Okay. Because we got a freebie tech, then we get a new tech. So we have greatly improved our torpedo tech. That's cool. So now our torpedo is 3 torpedo techs. And now we are advanced. We're the only nation that's advanced. Yeah, snapshot. Post on X Twitter. Almost positive, but that's only because of the docks. Now we are competitive again, but I do think we need to keep building them. They also advanced by 2000 now. But I'm gonna take a short break here. I had a little think and I did do some soul searching regarding our legacy fleet. It is starting to slow down, but these guys, they still have a few good years left in them. These light cruisers in the 5,600 to 5,400 not range, definitely have some life in that. I mean, this one has slowed down, but it is basically just down to its actual speed. So if we open this for rebuild, it talked briefly about bulging them, but then I feel the speed drops so much that it becomes worthless. But if you are going to bulge, now is the time to do it, I think, because torpedo ranges are going to go up, and also the destructive power of the torpedo is also increasing, so that it's already super dangerous for this type of ship to get hit by a torpedo. And also remember, bulging also helps a little bit with general flotation, so you will sink less by being a bulged guy. But I think overall that your speed goes down too much. That is my general feeling. However, if we do the flip side, then we already have some modern cruisers that can be the fast ones and sort of chase down the enemy, but I don't know. Bulging is very cheap though. It basically costs nothing. It just gives you a whole lot of tonnage. So with a bulge, all other things notwithstanding, then you could, I mean, you could easily do this and even toss on some 4-inch guns. That's a huge leap in firepower, to say the least. But I don't think that we will actually be going down that route. I have another idea, and that is to remove all these 6-inch turrets. And get rid of the casemates, because casemates are not ideal, I think. And casemate these instead. That looked a bit odd. This is starting to look like something, I think, and we could even have more torpedoes. So I think this one overall gives more firepower, and can sort of spread the love around more than the original version. Happens if I auto place. Yeah, that looks okay-ish. Get rid of these boats. Yes, we could. We could move the ventilators, but okay. Let's move the ventilator. Now we have something with just the 4 6-inch guns, but we have 10 5-inch guns and 10 4-inch guns, and we have a better torpedo armament. We retain our speed. I think that is a more relevant light cruiser. Maybe I should have done this long time ago. So I'm going to save this, and you have to say yes here, but you don't have to immediately rebuild once you reach this screen. Now this is saved for later. could do the same for these other ships, but if we want to start rebuilding, we can just use what we did as a template. Because these 2-inch guns, they are just completely pointless. Now, we also have a choice regarding this one. We could again, oh, wrong button. We can either bulge for all those extra sweet tonnage points, or we can just do it non-bulged, and this is a -2 gun. That is horrible. We could drop it down, and we could get rid of a turret. That actually costs us a bit to get rid of the turrets. And then we could have a secondary battery of 6-inch guns. And we could add in the torpedoes that we have been sorely lacking as well. And I would not have these as casemates, but in mounts. These can be in casemates and can be 4-inch guns. Now we can drastically reduce the armor in here. So if we have, let's say, 14, the maximum number of visible guns, or we could dial back a little bit and instead do this. How many? Or we could make them 5-inch guns. We don't need quite that much ammunition. So you can see this is interesting. The only thing is that the main turrets are not exactly heavily armored. So I don't know. We could also do this. Yeah, it's now a light cruiser. That's the whole point. So we could actually do this 7, 6, and 4. The quality 0, 4s instead of quality -1, 5s. That's definitely could even update the visuals a little bit. Yeah, we could lose some of all these boats, I guess. Do a little bit of, but this is not a super cheap. This costs quite a bit to update, and they are old. I'm a little bit uncertain, but we do get them out of the battle lineup for the heavy cruisers, and instead we have them as light cruisers. So that can be an option, but because of the price, I am somewhat less interested in doing that. For this, would now be a 17 and eventually a 16 level ship. Yeah, I can't quite do that, but that is also quite expensive, so maybe the other option actually is better, where we do delete turret. It's now a light cruiser. We go all the way to 14. We go maximum number of guns. We switch to casemate and single mount. Auto place. Reduce armor. 6-inch guns, of course. And add in a bunch of torpedoes. This is now going to be a somewhat slow light cruiser, but you can see the enemy has plenty of slow light cruisers as as well. Since it's a light cruiser, it has some splinter protection for the guns. I mean, it could get the penetration on the main turrets here and just flash fire, but I guess that's stuff happens. You'd increase it to 5. That would help quite a bit, actually. I don't like that. I want to max out on the guns. No, that's not right. It could do something like this. It's primarily a but the cost almost 100,000. It's a little bit high, so I'm not going to update that right away. If I were to rebuild a ship, that would cost me 1,000 for 3 months, but we are currently in the red, so we would have to wait a little bit doing that. Yeah. Anyway, I think it is time to sort of call this episode, and we can start the next episode by looking a little bit at various statistics and how many ships we have compared to the other guy and that sort of thing. And we can try to theorize, are we better off starting in 1890 and playing to where we are now, or would it have been just as efficient to just start in 1900? So if you stay with me for the next episode, we'll talk about that and many other things, I'm sure. Bye.